Okay, so we're live, guys. How are you doing on this Thursday evening in UK, Ireland? Hope you're well, tuning in from wherever you're tuning in from. So great to have you here live or on the replay, whichever. It's all good, guys. If you're on the live stream right now, put in the comment one for being on the live stream, and two if you're on the replay. Welcome either way. So there's Sharon. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, guys, today we are talking about the law of perpetual transmutation. Such a bundle of words there, but it's very powerful when you understand it. The law of perpetual transmutation of energy, because everything is energy, as we have been saying in previous episodes. So we've got law of vibration, which we covered yesterday. If you haven't seen that, guys, I'm going to be mentioning that briefly. So if you haven't seen that, go back and watch yesterday's episode, because we talked briefly and went over a summary of the law of vibration. Today we're talking about the law of perpetual transmutation. If you're watching this on YouTube, so we're uploading this stuff to YouTube, these episodes, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to get notifications. So welcome on YouTube and welcome on Facebook. So guys, if you are on here live, put in one of a C Breed, put in one in the comments. If you're on the replay, put in two. You'll see Eileen, I see Sinead, I see Sharon. Welcome everyone. So getting on with what we're talking about today. So this law of perpetual transmutation, guys, is very powerful. So it is basically what states that everything operates by law, universal laws, as we were saying in yesterday's episode of the law of vibration. All these laws are universal. You cannot break these laws. These laws are omnipresent. They are what governs your life. You cannot break them like you can man-made laws. You can break man-made laws, like you could speed, you could be doing something on the road or whatever it is. If you're driving, whatever man-made law, people can break them, but you can't break universal laws. Just like the law of gravity, same thing. If you walk off a building, the gravity is always there 24/7. It doesn't sleep. It's 24/7. So you cannot break these laws. And this is why you want to become aware of them and become really, well, basically, the words aware are really, really relevant. You need to become aware of them and start to use them if you want to have the best possible mindset that you can possibly have. So it states that energy, the law of perpetual transmutation of energy states that energy is forever moving into form. So we've got the law of vibration, we've got the energy. Do you remember yesterday's? So I'll just show you that briefly. But today's is the law of perpetual transmutation. As it's, I've drawn this is supposed to be like a stick man kind of human person, right? So this is literally energy coming in, and then it comes out and goes back around, right? So this is really what it states, that energy is forever moving, because this is what everything is energy is forever moving into form, out of form, and back into form. So that's what energy is. It's been proven and shown to us now, guys, from the thing that I mentioned from time to time called quantum physics. And it's something that I can just explain to you in the simplistic way. You don't need to understand the whole ins and outs of quantum physics. It's just really these things have been proven through this science now. So there was a guy called Andrew Carnegie. Andrew Carnegie was the richest man in the world. He basically, back in the around 1910 to 1930, he was the richest man in the world. He was the first ever millionaire. Today's terms, that would be a billionaire, multi-billionaire. So back then, he was the richest man in the world, and he commissioned a guy called Napoleon Hill to write a book called Well, it was actually originally called Laws of Success, right? So he basically got a commission to write this book, Laws of Success, and then a book called Think and Grow Rich that you'll hear me mentioning from time to time, then come out then after that. Now, very powerful book, lots of concepts in it. Potentially people have been asking me this, so I'm potentially going to run a course on Think and Grow Rich, and also a book called The Science of Getting Rich, really explain teachings in that so people really get it. So that's something I'm going to be doing in the future, very in the future. But that book basically is what Napoleon Hill could commission to write. And Andrew Carnegie put these universal laws into practice. He understood all this stuff that we're talking about here, and he put it into practice and became the richest man on the planet and had a very, very successful life. He came from literally nothing. The guy, he came from Scotland and went to America with not, his family had nothing. He started off literally just from ground zero, and he became the richest man in the world by applying this stuff, guys. This is the power of what we're talking about here. So what he said to Napoleon Hill was, and this is one of the things he told Napoleon Hill to then take and go and speak. He got him to speak to all the different, put him in touch with all the different most successful people at that time, to study them and to verify the stuff that he was telling him. So he said that he said to Napoleon Hill, any idea that is held in the mind, that is emphasized, that is either feared or revered, will begin at once to clothe itself in the most convenient and appropriate form available. So what he was basically saying, guys, and this is really relevant at any time, but especially now, because if you're focused on fear, because everything's available, you have a choice at any time, at literally every millisecond, every second of the day, you have a choice. And literally the word choice, to choose what you're going to focus on. So if people are focusing on fear and doom and gloom, then that's what they're going to create. That's what he's saying here. So, you know, he said the words, whatever you focus on, either feared or revered. Fear means obviously focusing on what's negative, and revered means focus. You have a choice. You focus on the good or you focus on the bad, whatever you term as good or bad. So if you're focusing on doom and gloom and fear, then you're starting to create that, because everything is energy. As this law states, energy flows through us, to us, and back, you know, basically flows to and through us all of the time. And it's responding while it's flowing to us. It's an omnipresent energy that has, you know, quantum physics is showing us that it has infinite wisdom, infinite power, and it's constantly flowing through us and responding to our thoughts at a continuous basis. So if your thoughts are constant fear, doom and gloom, it responds to that, and that's what it attracts to you. If your thoughts you know, continuously are the opposite, which is on the good, what you want, the things that are going right in your life, the type of income you want, the type of lifestyle you want, the type of you know, relationship you want, business, etc., then that energy attaches its energy, you know, to your thoughts. And if your thoughts are positive, then it creates that. And, you know, this is what he was saying back then, and this is also now being shown to us and proven through the thing called quantum physics. So he was basically saying, and back in the Bible, guys, even back in the Bible, there was a guy called Job, right? And obviously we have so much more information now, so much more quantifiable evidence to prove this stuff. But people back thousands of years ago in biblical times were tapping into this awareness through like intuition and stuff. You know, they were just tapping into it through intuitive connection with energy, because we've always been energy. It's not a new thing. We've always been energy. But back then they were more just tapping into it through intuition, whereas we now have scientific proof of it. But Job said in the Bible, the thing that I have feared has come upon me. So what he was saying back then was the same thing as Andrew Carnegie was saying. Whatever you fear or revere, you will create, because it's what you're focusing on. And that energy that is what is called perpetual transmutation of energy is constantly flowing to and through us, and it is attracting to us whatever our thoughts are. So Job was saying in the Bible, he was focusing, you know, if he, you know, focused on fear all the time, it came upon him. Just like Andrew Carnegie is saying here, that whatever you focus on, just to read that again, that whatever is feared or revered will begin at once to clothe itself, as in manifest itself in the most convenient and appropriate form available. So it'll start to manifest. Now, there's a guy called Curlian, and this is from Curlian Photography. If you look up anything back about this guy in Curlian Photography, he was able to show this through photography. He was able to photograph energy. And this is all, you know, so much more being shown to us and quantified in recent years. But back in 1930, this guy came up with a camera that could actually photograph the energy field around a human being. And that's the thing, guys. We have energy flowing to and through us. We're part of an infinite energy field, again, shown to us now through quantum physics. But this guy was able to photograph the energy around a human being, and that's where you'll see photographs that look like an aura. It's because your energy field, right, is there, and that's been shown again back as long ago as 1930. But this guy, Curlian photography, or Semi and Curlian, his photography was called Curlian photography then. But this is just showing us that we have this energy field, and whatever we focus on is what we will create. Now, just to finish off, guys, and by the way, if you're on here, put in your gratitude while we're on here, guys. If you're on here live, if you're on here in replay, let's do that every single day because of the power of gratitude and doing that every day. And also, yeah, just hit the like button and share this. Really appreciate to get this out to people. Really appreciate that, guys. It'll really help a lot of people getting to know this information and waking them up to the power of their mind. So energy flows to and through us, guys. We have an image, we internalize that image, and it's literally what is really happening is whatever we have conditioned into the deeper part of our mind called the subconscious mind, which is also called another thing called the heart of hearts. The early Greeks called it the heart of hearts, because the subconscious mind, there's the two parts, the conscious and the subconscious. The subconscious mind is your emotional mind, right? So that's why it's sometimes called the heart mind, the heart of hearts. And that's what the early Greeks would have called it, because they were more intuitive and tapping into this through intuition. Again, we've got this all scientific proven now. But basically, whatever is in your subconscious mind, that's what that energy, that's the perpetual transmutation of energy is coming through us, is actually continuously, actually every second manifesting your life through your conditioned subconscious programming. So we got to start to change, guys, that programming if we want our life to change. We got to change what's going on in our subconscious conditioned programming. And that's what I help people to change in their subconscious, because that is the key to changing your reality, is changing your subconscious programming. But you got to start, you know, people in my mentorship and that I work with on a regular basis, we're obviously going into this in a really deep way to change your subconscious programming. But if you're watching this live stream that I'm doing here, these free live streams, at least you're starting to waken up to it and you're starting the journey, because it does take time to change what's in your subconscious, guys. It takes a bit of work, it takes a bit of effort, and it takes consistency, which is why it's so key and so important to, especially if you're new to this, because I have clients that work with me on a regular basis ongoing. If you're new to this, you need to at least start showing up every day and starting to awaken to this truth, this potential of how you can change your subconscious programming that's going to actually create a different reality in your life. So guys, that's what perpetual transmutation of energy is. Basically, that's a law that shows us that we are constantly creating our life through this energy, the perpetual transmutation of energy, this energy that's constantly flowing to and through us all of the time and creating our life from our subconscious, our current subconscious programming. That is the programming that is currently creating our life. So if you want your life to change, you got to start to work on changing your subconscious programming. And remember, what you surround your mind with on a regular basis is key. So surround your mind with this, what we're doing here each day. I'm showing up here every day, guys, Monday to Thursday, like an atomic clock at 9 p.m. And on Fridays, we're doing interviews. I'm doing an interview tomorrow evening with an amazing guy called Mulholland. He's a really funny guy as well. He's really charismatic. And he's also a microbiologist, a nutritionist, really knowledgeable about the immune system and a lot of other things. You're going to get a lot of value from us. So show up here, guys. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m., we're doing that interview. And yeah, have an awesome evening, and we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll continue to do these live streams Monday to Thursday at 9 p.m. with more and more information that's going to help you to awaken to your mind, the power of it, and then get you into the repetitions. That's where we help you to change your subconscious programming when you're doing this on a regular basis. And then the subconscious starts to change, and that changes your reality, guys. You just got to do the work, do the repetition, show up here and hear what we're saying, put it into practice. So with that, guys, we will go. I just want to thank everyone for their comments. I see you putting in comments there. I want to give a shout out to some of you. So there's David, there's Sharon, Preach, Eileen, Sinead, thanks guys for all your comments. Put in your gratitude, put in your, if you're on here live, put in 1. If you're on the replay, put in 2. Please communicate on here, because let's get to know each other and support each other, like-minded people that are looking to better their lives and create a better future, a better reality than you currently have. Because you can always, even if you're already aware, some of my clients are on here, they are obviously creating, you know, an amazing life for themselves. But if you can always improve yourself, if you're new to this, you can have massive quantum leaps. If you're ready, starting to apply this, you can still do quantum leaps. That's, you know, how powerful your mind is. You can always go more, better, and create a much more amazing life. It's up to you, really. So with that, guys, thanks for everything, and I'll talk to you very soon. Please hit the like button, guys. Hit the comments, hit the like button, and hit the share button. And yeah, let's help to get this out to more people. Have an awesome day. See you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Hey, Caroline, just seeing you there. Giving you a shout out. Cheers. Thanks, Eileen. Seen your comment there. Really love this, Mark. Thanks, Eileen.